Phoenix is the most annoying flasher in the game, and the only agent that you don't need that much skills to rank up. Let me just show you why. The only thing that you're gonna need to do is go into each and every corner and do this. So on the next 7 days, I'm gonna install Phoenix to check if that's actually true. Now, pause the video and make sure that you're going to subscribe, because whenever we're gonna hit 5,000 subscribers, I'm gonna make a big giveaway on whatever bundle out there. On first game of the day, I got Summit and I got my first kill on 4th round, and then I died immediately, so I decided to play a little bit brainless, and it did actually work. And our enemy chamber had the same idea, but it didn't work for him.
You want to play? Let's play. That's done.
We were losing 0-5, however we were able to flip the table and we were able to bring the game down to be 8-6. So do you think we're gonna be able to win? Even though we did a great comeback, it didn't matter because we ended up losing with me being the second of my team, and I lost 4 RR. On the game after, we got a Breeze, which is one of the worst maps to play Phoenix with, and we got 5 duelists as well. So do you think it's gonna work? We will find out. Even though we played all so well, but we got Reyna death right there, and without smokes it was really hard to win. On the game after, we got Sunset and the game actually went horrible.
One enemy remaining.
On the game after, I got split, one of my least favorite maps, but it didn't matter because I played really well.
Last player standing.
Phoenix, mind you, bro. Are you done?
Okay.
Other than what happened, we kept destroying the enemy team.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. Like I never left. One enemy.
And we finally won our first game of the challenge, and I got 14-5 and I got 30 RR for that win. On the game after, I got Lotus, and let's just say it did actually work.
Down A. One enemy remaining.
With that, we ended up winning that game. Even though I didn't play well, I got 22 RR for that win. On day 2, I played really horrible, which meant that we lost our first game of the day. So on the game after, I decided to lock in, and it was going great. Never mind.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. Attackers win.
Even though I played decent, it didn't matter because we ended up losing that game and I lost 15 RR. On the game after, I got the same dude from last game, and let's just say this game went great.
No, you don't.
One enemy remaining. One. One enemy remaining.
And on this round reminded me why I hate Valorant.
One enemy remaining.
And with that, I was able finally to win a game, and I got 31 RR for that win. On day 3, we started with that agent selection screen. Even though it was not looking promising, but the game actually went really good.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
And for the final round of the game, I was in a 1v4 and I did play it really well.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Sit down.
One enemy remaining.
Triple back.
And with that clutch, I was able to win my first game of the day, and we won 13-9, and I got 23 RR, which meant that I was able to be gold 2. On the game after, I got Lotus, and I got one of the worst teammates I have ever played with. And I got the most disgusting ace in my life.
Come on, let's go.
My turn.
Whoops. Triple back.
One enemy remaining.
And with that, we were able to win our first round of the game, and we kept the momentum from there.
One enemy remaining.
That's done.
Even though I tried my best, it didn't matter because we ended up losing that game. Even though I got the match MVP, but it didn't matter at that point. On the game after, I decided to play with one of my friends, and let's just say the game went great.
Brimstone. Target down.
I'm not gonna talk.
One enemy remaining.
Spike C.
Spike down. C. One.
Good.
And with that, I was able to win that game and I got 21 RR for that win. On day 4, we started our first game of the day on Lotus and my aim was really horrible on first round. But after that, I just went crazy.
One enemy remaining.
Target down. Watch your eyes.
One enemy remaining.
Careful now. That's done. Watch your eyes. Embarrassing. That's it, right?
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. Defenders
And
win.
with that, I was able to win my first game of the day. I got 27 and 13 and I got 34 RR for that win. And on the game after, we got sunset and let's just say it did not work. And I really played horrible, which meant that we lost that game. And I lost 18 RR for that one. On the game after, we got Haven and I played much better.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. Spike planted. One enemy remaining. One enemy
And with that, we ended up winning that game and I got 30 RR for that one. On the game after, we got decent and let's just say it did not work as expected.
One enemy remaining. Ending.
Watch your eyes.
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
Watch your eyes. They're super dead.
Even though I tried my best and I got the team MVP, it did not matter because we ended up losing that game as well and I lost 14 RR. On day 4, I won my first game without doing anything. On the game after, we got sunset and let's just say it actually went great.
30.
Oh, you ain't coming now. Ready.
One enemy remaining.
Flash. Careful now. Watch your eyes. That's done.
And something unexpectedly happened that the enemy team decided to surrender that game, so that meant that we got a free win and I got my rank up to gold 3. On the game after, we got summit and I got that mythic kill on Sky. After that, I kept destroying the enemy team with my plays.
Dead. My ultimate's red. Flash.
One enemy
Target
remaining.
down. All good.
One enemy remaining.
On round 7 I got Omen, then I went for the Ninja Defuse. And after that I kept destroying the enemy team.
Spike down, standing.
Rain is down.
Last player standing. Spike flush.
That's Watch your eyes.
One enemy remaining.
Even though it was looking good, it didn't matter because we ended up losing that game with me getting 21 and 17 and I lost 13 RR. On the game after we got Haven and I played it much better.
You got me hypnotized by the way you look at me. Baby, don't you lie, girl, you know your body T. You should be your big friend, who you see. I'm just
One enemy remaining.
Logic.
One enemy remaining.
That's done.
One enemy remaining.
Go back.
One enemy remaining.
And I played my final round really good with Omen, which meant that we won. And on the first game of the day after, we got Sunset and I played it really well.
One enemy remaining. Remaining. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
One market.
One enemy remaining.
And we ended up winning that game and I got 21 RR for that win. And on the game after I played really horrible, which meant that we ended up losing that game. And I lost 21 RR for that one. On the game after we got Summit and I was playing kinda better.
Good job. Good job, Phoenix, the op, Phoenix. Okay. Come in mid with op.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Baby, don't you lie, girl, you know your body T.
And we ended up winning that game without me doing anything and I got 21 RR. On the game after we got Sunset and our Brim picked Ascendant, so I decided to lock in.
Rain is down.
A weapon?
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Listen to this.
One was mid, breach was mid.
Sorry, bro.
Oh my god, brother. Yeah, still mid. Hey, don't pick that shit.
One enemy.
Ready. You're out.
I'll flash.
And with that we ended up winning that game and I played really well and I got the match MVP and I got 21 RR. And on my first game of day 7 I got split and I was playing really good.
One enemy remaining.
My ultimate.
One enemy remaining.
That's done.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. Face your fear!
Even though I played really well, it did not matter because we ended up losing that game and I got 18 and 14 and I got the team MVP and I lost 15 RR. On the game after I got ascent and I played much better.
That's it. Break time. Embarrassing.
One enemy remaining. Long.
Careful now. Get out of here. Hit.
3-1.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Oh, you ain't coming back.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, GG.
Hackers
Successful
win.
game.
And with that we ended up winning that game and I got 20 and 12 and I got 23 RR. On the game after we got Haven and I actually went insane.
One enemy remaining. Ending.
I just want you to watch how messy this round was.
Super dead.
What the fuck?
Spike down A.
Kill him. One side.
Bro, what the hell is going on?
Enemy remaining.
Other than that messy round, I kept destroying the enemy team round by round.
Ultimate's red. That's done.
One heaven, one shot.
Last player.
Down. Hit.
Team A.
Watch your eyes. Scout. Yes. Put down.
Spike down A.
And with that round, we ended up winning that game and I got 19 and 15 and I was 1 RR away from plat. On the game after, we got ascent and let's just say I did not play that much well.
Target down. Yeah. I'm a good shot. What? Go.
Flawless.
That's done. Put down.
Even though I played really horrible, it did not matter because luckily I got carried by my teammates, which meant that I ranked up to plat 1. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing.